All right, so this little tutorial is to have you set up MongoDB and so that you can run queries. The context I want to provide with this little exercise is that MongoDB has two components. One is resting on the cloud and it's called Atlas. And the second one is called Studio 3T, which is like a graphical user interface, like kind of like a workbench that will be downloading on your local computer and then be able to access the Atlas part of it. So this tutorial will help you set up the cloud portal, and then at the same time show you how you can download the Studio 3T and should be able to access it. When you set this up, you come up with a bunch of different data sets or databases that you can use. In this case, we're primarily targeting for restaurants database, but you could have about 7 to 8. So once again, all you need is links. The links also are on your document, and also this link, if you can click it and then download it, and then I'll be running through step-by-step process. Alternatively, the document that I've given you should have all the information as well. So feel free to look into that if you don't think you can watch this video. So without further ado, I'm going to go to the account and start configuring. All right, so the first link is to set up your Atlas account. Again, the link is available on the portal, or you can just do MongoDB Atlas setup, and this should show up. I already have account set up, but if somehow you don't have an account, you can use anything, your Google account, your GitHub account, your personal account. I've used my email addresses. If you don't have your email account, you can just, I think, plug something in, like let's say something like this, and then or maybe not, maybe it'll propagate for you to create an account. So just click on one of these things and you should be fine. I'm going to just revert back to my older account, and there's obviously password associated with it, and when you log in, eventually it should be able to taking you in. So once you create an account, again, there's no restriction on being school account or personal account. Feel free to use any account. You should see something like this. And the Atlas is a giveaway on the top left, and your when you set up account, whatever you name you put and things like that is already here. So this is a portal. This is where we're going to create something called cluster or cloud information, so that we can access database. So first thing what we can do is go and hit create in here. And you should see, like you can go here, it doesn't matter. Oops, let's go to the original one here, all the way at the front. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. So again, like when you log in, you should see something like this. Hit create in here, and if you note, there's some paid versions. You just care about free one, so that you don't have to give your credit card information and so forth. And you can leave your information as cluster, it's fine. And just to create deployment here. And in some cases, you'll be told to set up your username and password and so forth. In some cases, it might not ask, but there's one particular item that we need to do. Let this run it and create a cluster as we speak. Okay, so it'll say choose connection method, just cancel it. And let's go to the database here. And it should say free and shared, and you can just do edit configuration. And if you wanted to edit configuration, like things like that, this is where it is, but I don't think you need to do anything like that here. Okay, so the other thing, again, let's go to database here. And the other thing we need to do is ensure the database connectivity is good. So you go to network access in here, and this automatically picked up your IP address, right? In some cases, you can add another IP addresses, what means that you should be able to access this cluster from everywhere, anywhere, doesn't matter, different computer. So 00.000, again, hit confirm, and it should like, it should allow you to access this information from anywhere. Again, let's go to the database here. And, you should see a bunch of different things here, essentially. And then the second thing you need to do, although it says on mine already, once you see this, you go in this little 3 dots and do something called load sample data set. Boom. And once you do that, it's going to take about 4 or 5 minutes for it to load. And so, after this, you're pretty much set to go to the next step. Okay, so it does take about 10 to 15, 10 minutes for you to load the sample data set. I had to pause the video. So essentially, if you do load sample data set, it should look something like this. And for you to confirm if you actually have imported the data set you want, or collections is what they call in MongoDB, hit browse collections here. And under collection, you should see all the information. If you are here, you're good to go. So the next thing you need to do is download the Studio 3T. So again, it is a very small file or software, and then you locally installing it should take you about a few minutes. Try that. And once that's done, you want to come here. Once that's downloaded, I want to like stop this because I think it'll help you better. So once that's done, once your software is downloaded and installed, you come here and hit connect. And you go to Compass. And mine's a Windows 64-bit, so you stay with that, and then you just copy this link here. That's it, okay? And then close it. Now you downloaded and installed Studio R3, so you want to go in the search button and hit Studio 3T, open, and let it do its magic. Okay, so it's going to take a minute. And we're just going to show up, right? So let me delete my old connections here. So boom, it should look something like this. Now you want to hit connect and new connection. And if you notice, when you hit new connection, it is already pre-populated here. And it is pre-populated here because we did this option. So, when we did connect and when we went here and when you copy it, it automatically knows to auto-populate. It just saves you some time, okay? Authentication, username is unique to yours, and then password is unique to me as well, or unique to yours. So if you created a username and password when you're doing the initial setup at the cluster, this is what you need to use. And after that, hit test connection to see everything is working well. Looks like it is. Hit OK, save, and overwrite. That's fine. And you can just double click it and it should show you the data set. So boom, right away, you can come here. And if you see all these data set kind of like yours, you are good to go. All right. This is after this, we can use a bunch of different query functions within this tool to run our queries. Now, for me, I don't have fancy features on this here. Yours might look different because for the first month, they give you really cool, nice features. So if you have that, it is always good. But this is also just enough. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. And then we'll run the same exercise in the class as well.